Hey guys, just wanted to do another quick video here. I'm trying out some new equipment and stuff. The last time I did a video, I did a screenshot where I was sharing my screen, so this is a little different. I'm playing around with the microphone a little bit. People were saying that the volume was a little quiet last time, and I got this webcam here that I'm trying to figure out the lighting and kind of how to get the zoom right and whatnot. Really don't know how to use this software in video editing yet, so this will be a little rough, but hopefully I can share a few things here, especially with the Vincent Pompetti auction coming up this weekend. Um, there's a real nice gesture from someone in the community. He lives in France, where Vincent is Italian, but he actually lives in France, and he does a lot of shows and signings, public appearances, and things like that. And one of the community members from Sorcery got the opportunity to go out and meet him at a signing this past weekend, and really nice gesture. He actually sent me this book that just showed up today, with this nice card here, and I won't open that because there's a personal message in there, but basically he just spoke about, expressed some gratitude for some of the efforts I've been doing since the early stages of the game. Really, the Discord stood up in, I think, maybe August of last year, 2021. I kind of joined up in September, and what really caught my attention was the Magic the Gathering artists that had done some initial illustrations for the alpha set for Magic back in the 90s when I was a kid. And I was playing Magic with kids in the neighborhood and friends at school and whatnot. I was probably middle school age, so I was pretty young. It was around the time that the revised set came out, so I didn't have anything super valuable and didn't really have a lot of money to have a crazy collection. But I had a friend that had an older brother that had a lawn business in the neighborhood, and had to spare cash to really go in hard, and had pages and pages of the Power 9 cards and a lot of the high-end cards that some of the artists for Sorcery had done back then. So when this game came out, the art style and some of the names contributing to the work really caught my attention. And really the cool thing since then is discovering a lot of the awesome artists that Eric identified to work on the alpha set. I think there's 35 artists or so from different genres, that have done Magic before, or Dungeons and Dragons type things. Also, death metal, heavy metal album cover style artists, and then others from different genres all over the place. So there's a lot of diversity, a lot of different mediums being used. Vincent Pompetti here has done a lot of publications. Does a lot of watercolor styles, so his style is really unique and really pops in the game. I think he's done over 20 pieces for sure, and it looks like a lot of those will be in that alpha set, so that's really awesome. So again, yeah, I'd like to thank the person from the community that sent me this book and this really nice message, and it's great timing with Vincent's auction coming up to kind of show some of his work. What I'll be auctioning this weekend for Vincent is his second to last piece that we know will be in the alpha set based on the latest tabletop simulator update, and it's called Overpower. And I'll be pushing it again on the Sorcery fan page and marketplace group on Facebook. If you haven't signed up for that, definitely check that out and sign up. And also in the Discord, there's a lot of good activity and action going on, talking about the game, a lot of excitement around the alpha set, and then also at the Collector Art House website, www.collectorarthouse.com. And I actually stood up a quick and dirty shop page there that has some of Vincent's work. So I'll start from the back here. The first thing I noticed is some of those pieces that I had posted to the site are some that Vincent has available and are actually from this book. I think it was near the very back. I suppose I should start with the title. This is called Conquest, Julius Caesar's Gallic War. So I think Vincent did all of the publications in this book. Tarek, I think, probably wrote the story itself. So you see a lot of his classic watercolor style. There's a lot of great battle scenes, which a lot of the work that Vincent did for Sorcery shows real epic battle scenes and action shots, showing a lot of emotion in the characters' faces. These are the two that I had mentioned that are up on the Collector Art House shop page. that he currently has available for sale. So if you're interested, you could reach out to me. through the subscribe or the email button on the website. But this one here and this one of Julius Caesar, he has a few Caesar pieces actually, and a few of this kind of stylistic genre that are similar if you're into that kind of style. And I'll just page through. I don't really have to talk through the whole thing. Really just kind of wanted to show a flavor for his style. Some of the emotion you see in the characters. You see a lot of action shots in this book, and he does a lot of comic book style work like this. So the cool thing about that is you see just the breadth and sheer quantity of the work he's done. You can imagine these are all like original watercolor style paintings, or sometimes oils that he works with, or acrylics. These big epic battle scenes makes you think, like, really hope he's going to be in the Arthurian Legends set. A lot of this kind of classic war scenes, obviously that's a huge part of the Arthurian lore, all of the battles with Arthur and the Black Knights, these large epic battle scenes. You can see it kind of hits on that type of time frame and setting. Just to give you a sense, I'll leave through a few pages here, and then skipping forward towards the front end of the book, there's a lot of cool more battle scenes and type things. You know, you see the action. The piece that's going to be auctioned this weekend is called Overpower, and it shows two warriors kind of coming together in conflict, and one of them on horseback striking the other one down. Vincent actually mentioned it's his favorite piece that he's done from Alpha. Most artists wouldn't admit what their favorite is, because you know, they like all their work, but it's kind of cool that it's his favorite one, and it's one of the last he has to sell, so that's kind of special in its own kind of way. Yeah, so is this one here that kind of, this is one, you know, as an example that kind of symbolizes that, and also here you see the action shots, and looks like this one's decapitating this guy, but a lot of horseback type scenes. And then so a little bit of the detail, I don't know if this is zooming close enough, but this book was published in 2018. It's marked as the first edition, so I'm not sure if it was envisioned for additional, or perhaps additional have been put out since then. But I do know he has several publications, and you could find these, I think, on Amazon, and you know, if you are in Europe or France, he definitely sells these at his shows. And you know, the best part is getting a personal illustration. This is really special and awesome. It's kind of like a painting on a page. This is done in watercolor, and it's an original by Vincent for Mike, signed by him. So what it made me think of is another thing I'm going to be working with Vincent on is he's going to be getting a set of artist proof cards, probably in August here, maybe September, depending on the game release and when the team can get things through printing. So hopefully later this summer, but I think each of the artists is going to get either 25 or 50 artist proofs. Traditionally in Magic, each of the artists get 50 artist proof cards. So it's basically the facade or the normal face of the card, the way it's normally printed, but then the back of it is just a blank, completely blank, just a white backing. And then oftentimes artists will sign and do a little illustration. You could get it sometimes as a painting, just like a normal original painting, in smaller form, obviously on a card, or a black and white sketch. But you could kind of picture something really cool like this, to have a watercolor little sketch or painting done by Vincent on the back of one of the regular cards or artist proof cards. Would be pretty special. They're very limited, and having that unique touch is what makes artist proof cards pretty cool if you're into the artwork of the game. So again, just to wrap up, this is called Conquest, Julius Caesar's Gallic War. It's put out by Black Panel Press in 2018, it looks like, and all the illustrations by Vincent Pompetti, who's one of the great artists of Sorcery. It looks like the book retails for $29. I don't know what he sells it for on the conventions, or perhaps on his site. I could look into that if anyone's interested. But again, just wanted to thank the person, I won't mention him by name, who sent this to me. Really nice gesture. Greatly appreciated. This is something I'll definitely cherish, especially with the watercolor painting in there. So thanks also to Vincent for doing that. And there's a cool picture of the two of those guys together at the event that he shared on Discord. So it's kind of cool how involved the artists are, how involved the community is, and people getting out there to meet these artists in person. Another opportunity to do that will be at the IX 2022 show in October in Reading, Pennsylvania. So there's a handful of artists there. I actually posted it on the Facebook fan page group, but if you go look at IX 2022, do a Google search for that. They have a website, and they also have a Facebook group where occasionally artists will post information, people that are going to be at the shows, and maybe some of their works that they're going to preview. The cool thing about IX is that it requires all traditional painting. I think they might have like a sideshow with digital works as well, but you got to have traditional work to register and show up at the show. So there's a lot of opportunity to see original paintings. And I know some of the artists like Drew Tucker and Jeff Menges will be there, and they both have a lot of originals left. And I know Drew definitely intends to bring his. I've heard him say that, and I'm sure Jeff will as well. So that'd be really cool to see those in person if you could make it out there. And then about, I think like maybe an hour and a half north of there is one of the Frazetta museums, run by his kids or grandchildren, if I'm not mistaken. So could be an opportunity to kind of parlay both into a weekend. I'm definitely hoping to get up there and hoping the product will be out in time to meet the artists in person, get some autographs, hopefully have some artist proofs, or if they're selling them there, get a signature and get a little sketch from them. So definitely look out for that, and look out for the auction again for Vincent's Overpower painting. It's his original alpha painting that'll be for auction. It'll be a 48-hour auction that'll launch Friday night and Sunday night this weekend on East Coast time. I'm in the U.S. personally. So I'll announce that officially either tomorrow, Thursday, or Friday before that goes live. And also check out on the Collector Art House website, I did an interview with Vincent that has a lot of cool information about his background and some of his influences, Frank Frazetta himself being one, and you can kind of see that reflected in his style. So definitely give that a look, get to know him a bit, and see if that one might be for you. It's one of the last shots at an original from him, at least from the alpha set, and not sure if it hasn't been announced who's doing work for Arthurian Legends yet, and don't know just yet if Vincent will or will not be, but he's actually done a lot of work in the Arthurian Legends genre or style, so it seems fitting, and fans of his like myself and many others are hoping to see some of the work like this that you see in this book, and it'd be perfectly fitting for that set. So hopefully that's something we can look forward to, and we'll hear an announcement after we get through the alpha release. All right, that's it. If anyone else out there has some pointers on how to learn about the OBS software and video, I don't know if I'm going to get into like hardcore video editing per se, but I definitely want to make sure the resolution of the webcam is solid. I'm going to be showing original paintings on this channel, and artist proof cards. I'm going to have some sample cards, it looks like, coming through that I'm going to be doing consignment for a couple of folks. So we'll offer those through auction coming up, and a lot of good stuff coming through the Facebook fan page group and on the Collector Art House. So stay tuned for more, and thanks for listening. If you're into this kind of content, into sorcery, definitely subscribe and hit the notification. And I'll try to get these videos in when I can to supplement the articles and things I do with the website. All right, take care, everybody.